and welcome to another podcast episode at Aavya. And I was supposed to be the host tonight, but Kayla never lets me talk a lot, so
Ha ha ha.
she's going to be my co-host for this talk.
I'm a
In
co-host. Wow, what an honor.
Yes,
What an honor.
what an honor. And this is the beautiful Jada.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
She's the sweet one, and
A
she's
sweet
the nice
Jada. Do you know Jada? She is feisty. What are you talking about?
one. That brings me to the fact.
That I'm spicy.
And we guys have known each other for about 4 years now.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. 2022 is when our journey started. Yes.
And in these 4 years, you came here as an innocent young American woman, fresh, wanting to be
Innocent,
a yoga
yeah,
teacher.
innocent, yeah.
And
I came
4
here
years
from
later, you're still
Chicago. I finished my training in the US. I was in between jobs. I just finished my residency and was applying and interviewing for my next job in Chicago. And Jada called me back to India. I was traveling in Asia for a few months and she brought me back to Rishikesh. And from that point on, that's the month I met Ashish here. Jada brought me to my homestay at Ananta. Shout out, Ananta. Yeah, I don't know.
So I want to tell you all about the first night that I met these guys.
Oh, no.
And there was some Pahadi music going on. And Kayla, for the next 2 hours, was... Kayla, would you like to show how you dance on Pahadi, on this podcast? I mean, that may
I think
make
you
this,
should do it.
That may make this podcast really popular.
Just one
Yeah,
move.
you have to watch Kayla dancing, you know.
I think we can all have a dance session, honestly.
Yes, very good. Actually, this guy, when he is dancing, is another level. Full energy, Ashish. His eyes, you're staring into his eyes. Just staring into his eyes. that is Ashish. And because I matched his crazy level, he is, what did you call me? The star of Rishikesh or some I don't know.
Yeah, I said you could be in Bollywood movies with your dancing. You could be in Bollywood movies, but she applied out there. She didn't get there.
You really haven't come to Rishikesh unless you've danced with Ashish, actually.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
if you've seen him do his dance. Like, that is key Rishikesh.
And okay, so getting back to a little bit of seriousness, that let's see if we can do it with any amount at all in this podcast. Because when Kayla, myself are talking, it's usually either she poking me or me poking her.
And I have to keep everyone grounded.
Yeah, she's the calm influence among them.
I'm so grateful for Jada here. She just like puts his ego down, yeah?
No, for my ego going down, there's no one better than you, Kayla. For my ego being down, there's no one better than you, Kayla.
Alright, this is true.
Okay, back to some seriousness. Let the listeners of this podcast get something of value.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. So 4 years ago, you had a particular view of yoga. And from there, you've done yoga, you've done movement, and you've done some deep sadhana. And so what was your thoughts about yoga then, and what are your thoughts about yoga today?
That's a big question. I think you and I could
Yeah,
spend
this is
some
supposed to be
time.
quick fire. Please
Oh,
don't go
quick
into your
fire.
monologues, okay?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
but so...
Alright, well, yoga for me was a workout as it is in most places in the West. And I started yoga when I was 16 from P90X Tony, if you know who that is. Yeah, P90X. 90-minute fire yoga, and it felt so good. I felt such a good workout. I did it every week for years. It was a part of my routine. And then I was by chance traveling in India and came into a deeper meaning of yoga. And that's what actually brought me to Rishikesh. And I did a few teacher trainings. I did, like I mentioned, retreats, different things. And yeah, my perspective has evolved, I would say, to say the least. I see everything is actually yoga. You just have to have the eyes to see that, to feel that, to connect with your body enough to be present and calm in the mind and in the breath and in your movement. And yeah, I can't. I could talk about this for probably 2 hours
Yeah,
alone.
exactly.
Yeah, go ahead, Jada.
Ooh, but you definitely hit it on the head by saying that in the West, it's so commoditized as a physical practice. It's just about being skinny and like being able to be flexible and do a whole bunch of acrobats. So that's also where I came from, my understanding with that. But I've always known there was something deeper with the practice because I would leave feeling good, even if it was just the asana practice. And as I've gone deeper in my practice, and I came to yoga initially for a foot injury, I had a calcaneal cyst. So I wanted to do something gentle with my body, and I naturally led to yoga. And after about 5 years, I knew there was something deeper that I wasn't understanding through YouTube videos, watching like P90X Tony, like, or like these YouTubers. But I did my online yoga teacher training during COVID, and even though it was beautiful, it like really like set the stage of how much there is to understand. It still didn't give me the holistic understanding because I was still in my home learning through a computer screen. I wasn't living yoga. I was just understanding it at an intellectual level. So I came to Rishikesh, India, of course, where so many come for yoga teacher training.
Yoga capital of the world.
The yoga capital of the world. And simply just practicing for a month long, meeting Kayla.
Yeah.
Then
that's
after
where we
meeting
met.
Ashish.
Who did you meet first?
Kayla.
We were day one.
Yeah, day one with Kayla. Yoga teacher training, first week in India. Like, she was there. So after that, of course, I mean, it changed my life in ways that are hard to explain in just a moment. But I will never be the same.
Give us some. How has it, in brief, how has it transformed from the day you started your teacher training 4 years ago to now so much experience in India, all over India.
It's just, it just shifted from the physical practice that was, like, you could say, like, the gross element, like the physical raw element of just the body, how it's transcended to my energy and how I show up in the world. I'm more disciplined. I'm more focused. I feel like even in some ways, like, I was considered ADHD. And I was able to actually, like, feel like I can master my body. I can master my mind and expand myself in ways that I've never expanded before. So
I really appreciate you bringing up that ADHD, because I think that especially I'm speaking from as an American, but I think it's pretty common in the West on a general sense. We have these diagnoses of mental health and disorder, dysfunction of the mind. And I just think these diagnoses are just so misplaced and misunderstood. And we have medication that's pushed at them and just so many things in the West that we think is the solution.
Yeah, but it's just a Band-Aid.
It's a Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid.
I think just in these last few lines, you mentioned 2 or 3 things. One was ADHD. And just over the last couple of years while we've been running Aavya, I mean, 2 out of 3 people say that they have ADHD.
Or depression, anxiety.
Just ADHD, for a moment, just focusing on ADHD.
But I would really cross that into the same territory as anxiety.
Yeah, that is a symptom of ADHD, is anxiety and depression.
Anxiety and depression are very correlated with ADHD.
Within the same umbrella.
So is ADHD as common, or is it just in today's society that ADHD is just a part of life and that people have to live with it? And that people give themselves the label ADHD, does that even make it worse?
Again, I'm going to say ADHD and anxiety are very in the same umbrella. And that being said, so this is a good example. Jada was speaking to her experience having this diagnosis, per se, of ADHD.
At 7.
At 7 years old, yeah. I had very intense anxiety for years, and I had no idea. I was never diagnosed properly. I was not sleeping at night. I would have exams material in my mind for 12 hours just circulating. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I was so anxious, and I had no idea. So I feel like when you ask that question, yes, that people are living with it and normalizing it, but not always with even having a diagnosis. People are suffering without even having that. Like, it's just
self-diagnosing.
Normal. It's normal to have sleep issues, to have stomach issues, to have shoulder pain, to have hip pain, to not poop for 5 days. Like, that's so normalized in the West. Like, oh, I have IBS. Everyone has IBS. Oh, I'm gluten intolerant. Everyone is gluten intolerant. Oh, I can't drink milk. For how long have people been drinking milk? Like, okay, sorry. I'm digressing, but maybe Jada, you want to say something?
So, especially I can speak from experience, going through the American psychiatric and, therapy for that. You're absolutely right. Like, they see it as symptoms that need to be managed rather than looking for the root cause, which for me, it was my nervous system wasn't regulated. And I know a lot of people can relate to that because they don't have mechanisms where they can come into this rest and digest this parasympathetic nervous system. Like, they don't have the tools to understand their nervous system, one, and then they don't have the tools to deregulate as well. Or sorry, regulate, because they are dysregulated. But the most important part, I would have to say, is that you have to create a practice of concentration. People that say, okay, I'm ADHD, like I'm having so many thoughts, is because the mind is being mismanaged. We're letting our thoughts run wild. And the practice of meditation, the practice of yoga is a very valuable tool for people that have a crazy mind, a monkey mind that they say, or have a body that has so much energy and they don't know what to do with it. It's
I want to add
important.
To that because I was practicing yoga and meditation long before I was living like I am now in India. And I knew that it was good. Like, of course, we do hear that, oh, meditate, have a insight timer. There's apps that help you meditate and all sorts of stuff. But it's a whole other thing,
100%.
when you are fully stepping in to that way of living. It's okay, great. You have 10-hour work day, office day, whatever. You go home. I listen to my 5 minutes of insight timer. I'm good. No, it's like you have to drastically change your lifestyle and what you prioritize, what you value, how you spend your time. How are you spending your time every day? That is yoga. That is what you consider.
Most importantly, how you manage from within. Because so many people think it's all about outside doing the practice, but it's actually being the practice of yoga, being connected to yourself, being connected to other people.
When you're practicing, you're not thinking of 1,000 other things. You're not moving mindlessly. You're moving within. You're feeling your body. You're not thinking about all the tasks. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. You're actually sensing the experience within yourself, within your muscles, within your nervous system, bringing that sense of regulation and connection. Because when we connect, we start to see, oh, I am super imbalanced. Oh, what do I do about it? Well, normally we go to a doctor who gives us a medicine and says, this is what you need to do about it.
That's the easy way.
It doesn't actually,
But that medicine would probably dull your mind into thinking less, but it would not actually change the basic nature of the thought pattern, correct?
Oh my gosh, medicine is necessary at a point, okay? We have very life-threatening symptoms that we need medicine for, okay? Otherwise, we can die. Our heart can stop. Our lungs can stop. Like, the brain can stop. So we do need medicine, and I'm not going to tell you otherwise. But I will say, yes, there are side effects when you put artificially made substance into your body and expect your digestive system to be able to be okay with that, right? And then you have fogginess in the brain, you're fatigued, you get tired really quickly, like you gain weight, you can't control your appetite, it suppresses appetite or increases appetite, it changes how you digest. Some people take antidepressants.
These are the ADHD medicines?
Antidepressants, a really common symptom is like gaining weight. That's super common for people. And then all of a sudden I'm depressed and I'm overweight and I'm not loving my body. I feel terrible. So there's a lot of side effects to drugs and to medication. And I see a need for it. I cannot deny that. And yet there are so many things outside of modern medicine that you can do to supplement any disease, dysfunction, disorder. Even, someone who has heart disease. What if you come to India and do a 1-month panchkarma where you change your diet, you change your sleep, you change your stimuli, you change everything in your environment for 1 month. You do cleansing practices, cleaning your entire digestive system. How is that going to treat you rather than continuing your busy job that you're so stressed about, taking medication that pacify the symptom, that give you other symptoms of obesity, like overweight, maybe having acne. There are different things, so many things that medicine does. Yeah, so I could go on.
Yeah, I mean, I myself have the first-hand experience of anxiety medication. I had about four or five panic attacks, after which I was on anti-anxiety tablets, also probably sleeping tablets. They're very good for sleep too. And I could almost feel that there was a mild buzz in the head. And if I remember correctly, the timelines also, it's post starting those medicines that at some point I started blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication. And the first thing which I actually stopped after coming to Rishikesh was the anti-anxiety tablets. And thereafter, everything else stopped too. So I didn't think that was so correlated.
Yeah, yeah. Especially because exactly like once you take a medication, it compounds on another thing. Oh, this I needed for one thing, and then the next thing is like I'm getting side effects of this. I need another type of medication, and I've definitely been through that journey. Especially as ADHD, people take like Adderall or Vyvanse or stuff like this, which is like a stimulant. Because stimulants are better for people with ADHD, but it doesn't help the root cause, which is an unregulated nervous system. So you're basically spiking their nervous system with the medicine, and then once it wears off, you're even
you're addicted,
further,
and you have to have
you're
it.
even further dysregulated.
You have to have the medicine in order to function normally, and outside
But
of
what is
that,
the thing is like what is normal?
exactly. I mean,
What is
normal is being able to
normal?
sit in a classroom as a 7-year-old and pay attention to a teacher for 8 hours a day instead of playing in nature and using their creativity, playing, and
We're so far away from like what
normal
nature is and
what function, what health really means. What is health and wellness? What is quality of life? That is actually a medical term that we used as physiotherapists to determine quality of life. We have a scale. How is their quality of life being affected by this pain, right? Well, what is the quality of life? Okay, walking up and down stairs is just baseline. I need that. But there's so many things. And with medicine as well, like my father had a stroke last year and he's required to take medication. Like he has to. It's life-saving for him.
Yes, it's necessary.
And yet it has very strong side effects. And recovering from a stroke, it's confusing for him. Is this symptom, is this fogginess in my brain, is it because of the medicine I'm on? Or is it because my brain is still healing from a stroke? And it's so confusing and disorienting. And that's what we do when we take medicine. We confuse our body. We confuse our healing. We confuse what it means to feel good, to feel bad, and why, and what, and we're just like deeply disconnected. And I think that's the greater overarching issue in everything, is that in society we are disconnected from ourselves, from our bodies, from our minds, what's really happening in the mind, what's happening in our hormones, what's happening in our digestion. Can I feel is my stomach moving well today? Like, do people think about that? I don't
A lot of people are avoiding that because they're moving so quickly through life. You know, in the Western world, it never slows down. So, of course, it's not going to slow down for you to be sick or tired or go through something with your hormones. It just never stops. So, that's why people go for it. And that's valid because the society, the environment is not conducive to healing.
I think the overall message about health, and especially prior to people understanding about it deeper, is I think especially for a lot of middle-aged people, is health is a determinant of two things. Lack of being overweight or being thin is being fit, as well as not having the chronic diseases. But that's a very limited. I mean, no, I don't think anyone, probably a very, very small percentage, would just think about how do they move their stomach, or is their stomach feeling good. I mean, if they don't have some problem with the stomach, then it's fine, then just a quick thing. I mean, just regulating the nervous system. Just some very quick thoughts on which have been the ones which have helped you the most.
Ooh, I would like to go first with that one.
Oh, I was ready.
Well,
Okay,
hold on, Kayla. No, but for me, it is always about coming to a place of stillness at least one time in the day. And I know a lot of people think that meditation is a hard thing, and don't go into it with the expectation that your mind will be clear, you won't feel anything, and that you'll be blissed out or transcended or anything like that. Just sit still first. Try to sit with an erect spine and just watch your breathing. Close your eyes, watch your breathing. First step. Second thing, I would say Brahmari, which is a pranayama in Hatha Yoga. It's a humming action, so it's and it's very beneficial because it helps activate the vagus nerve, which is one of the main nerves in our central system to regulate our nervous system. And another one is deep belly breathing, of course. Like you can just sit and breathe, but you can also do Brahmari, but also just breathing into your belly, breathing into your chest, feeling that expansion, and just being with those types of sensations. So those would be my 3 nervous system regulations.
Yeah, those are really great. Yeah. And very direct as well. Really direct ways to interact with the nervous system, which is very powerful when you understand what you're doing with those practices is actually interacting with the vagus nerve, interacting with your digestive function. But beyond that, I'd like to add that working with your nervous system is every second of the day. Every second, every millisecond of the day, you have things happening in your body, within your nervous system, within your hormones, within your digestion, within your heart, within your lungs, within your diaphragm, within your throat, within your knees, within your feet, like throughout your entire body, you have things happening. And yes, starting with a moment of stillness is very powerful, and I agree, but I also want you to move, and I want you to move mindfully, okay? We move our bodies every day. Every day we get dressed, we get food, we eat, we step, we walk, but you don't feel it at all. You are living here, and you're not feeling your feet as they touch the ground. You're not feeling your hand as it's gripping around a spoon, or feeling the texture of the food, or really tasting what's moving down in your stomach. And walking, just walking, okay? This is what I want to share, is mindful walking, okay? And this will be me. I don't know if this really directly answers your question.
I think it perfectly does.
I could speak about the nervous system, again, for hours. This is, something I do. But mindful walking, to slow down, I want you to slow down. I don't want you walking somewhere, anywhere, just nowhere. Walk nowhere and just slow down and walk and feel your feet on the ground. Take off your shoes. That's a requirement. Take off your shoes. Feel the texture. I don't care where you are, if you're inside, outside, on preferably wet dirt. That is my favorite. It's very grounding. Feeling the texture, the water. And feel that. Feel your feet step. Feel your knees bend. Feel your hips take the load of your trunk. Yeah, you can coming into the body in any form, whether it's seated in stillness or just feeling your body move, can profoundly shift what is happening here, what's happening in the whole system. All of a sudden, instead of being overstimulated by the sun, by the boss, by the crying child, by this, by that, having all of this coming into your system, you breathe, you move, you feel, and then things start to shift. And you start to feel more still, more quiet, more peaceful, and ultimately regulated in your nervous system. Yeah? This is working with the somatic nervous system, somatic movement. That's what I just explained. Yeah. Yeah. Is that a good enough answer?
Yes, I think you touched about mindfully eating, walking, and I usually try to do a few of the things. I've just added something like mindfully brushing your teeth. List can go on and on. It's even how...
It can be your entire day. You could barely even think all day long. You just have to think a few times like, oh, I need to go this place. I should put on this, right? You make choices. You have moments where your brain, you need to use your mind. It's a tool to make decisions, to go here, say this. But ultimately, you're not living in that all day long. You're feeling your feet, you're feeling your hands, you're feeling your toothbrush, you're feeling the food. And that is like the disconnect that I'm speaking of, is that humans live lives and they're not really living their life. Yeah.
I think even the whole system of how from the time it's being prepared in machines to how we are eating in cutlery and sitting on a chair rather than cross-legged, all of these things. Anyways, that's probably a much, much larger, different topic to get into.
Yes.
But about just deregulating the nervous system, for me at least, I've found that music and singing along with that really calms the nervous system. It
Guys, because it forces you to have longer exhales, like, and that's what nervous system like regulation can look like, is extending your exhale simply, and that's why singing.
That's what
helps.
happens, right?
And
You
it's
got a
hum
moment.
as well. Yeah.
You get a moment to take your breath, and then you're singing the song. So that's by,
Exactly.
in effect, just the pranayam and.
And with you and your husky voice, you're basically doing Come on, make a sound. Come on. Do one of your Come on.
Ashish is gonna now perform one of his songs for us.
I think
He's been working very hard on singing lessons.
yeah. I haven't taken a single singing lesson over the last 2 years, and I've taken it briefly for 2 months. But yes, my biggest desire is to become a good singer.
Okay, give us an example
Yeah, give us a
right
little
now.
taste
Come
of a
on.
good singer.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. And even if it doesn't entertain the audience, I just
I'm
love
entertained.
Kayla's reaction to my singing. I mean, that just makes it worth it. Whether she likes it or not,
I'm entertained.
she has to
so.
bear up with it.
Mission
The first time I heard this
accomplished.
man sing, the first time I was sitting in a cafe here in Tapovan, and we're all hanging, and Raja, he was singing, one of the guys was singing so beautifully, playing the guitar, really beautiful voice, and we're just hanging out, and I'm just like really enjoying. Yeah, like I do this when I hear nice music, and then this man right next to me starts singing, and I just. Who
The
is
nervous
this?
system became dysregulated.
Yeah, activated. And I was getting so angry. Stop it, Ashish. I was enjoying this beautiful music. This was 4 years ago. So he's
Old
come.
Rishikesh.
You see or hear him now. He has come a long way, I will say.
You definitely have it.
You definitely have, Ashish.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What else is there to be said?
I think this is.
I think we've covered a little bit today, and probably next time we're going to talk a little bit more about how the journey shifted from traditional yoga to somatic movement
The Tantra.
and tantra, and so many more things. How
Oh, God. We can
from
keep
being a
going.
fashion model, you're now a fashion designer,
Yes.
and that's happening along with yoga.
That happened.
Actually, tell us a little bit about that, Jada.
Oof. Wow. I mean, it's been a journey that's been long overdue because I've always been into elements and aesthetics and visuals. Like I've always been very visually inclined. Could call myself a visionary. And I've always had a dream to like make my own collection because I've always been into clothes. I don't know if you've noticed, but
I've
But-
been told that you change your clothes 3 times, 4 times a day.
and that's true on some days. It just depends on the mood. But yeah, I just wanted to make clothes that initially I wanted to create a collection, curate a collection for things that I bring around with me, which is pure cotton clothing, light clothing that I can move in and dance in and do my normal day, and like basically non-hindering clothes. It's just beautiful cotton, natural. And then also it went into tools for sadhana, so like meditation mat, malas, and all these things. But now I'm working on a collection with my best friend, Legend, and it would be with my brand called Kaula and Craft, and we're working on a capsule collection, which just basically is an ode to like our friendship, an ode to like the people that we are, which were very colorful, lots of different colors, different fabrics, different textures, different shapes. So, and it's somewhere also like in the middle of the spectrum of gender as well. Like it's open to everybody. So it's not just women's wear. It's not just what you would call men's wear. It is somewhere in the middle that can be good and comfortable and light for everybody. So that's what I've been working on in Pushkar.
I
Yes.
wish you the best of luck on that. And to Keela too. No.
What are you
I
wishing
was
me?
supposed
What are
to
you
say
wishing
good luck
me?
at the end of an episode. That's
Oh,
supposed
you
to be polite.
What are you telling me good luck for?
I don't know. Maybe to everyone who has to spend time with you.
Coming from the man who begs me to be here and stay in Rishikesh, never to leave his side. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's such entertainment value. How could I let her be anywhere else, right?
Yeah, because I'm his personal doctor. That's why.
And we're also his personal entertainment system as
That's
well.
true.
Like-
We come, we spend some time, have some conversation like this.
Exactly. Just hop on a podcast for you.
And hop on a podcast. That's how this started. We were just hanging out, and now we're doing a podcast. And so, yeah.
That's the way that Rishikesh moves.
Yeah,
It's just
good chat,
amazing.
Ashish. Thank you so much for having us. And
Yes.
maybe we'll do this again. Let's see. I don't know.
You get lots of views on this, then I'll do the effort of sitting with you for an hour again.
It's all on Kayla.
It's all on Kayla now. And on you, the audience. Do watch this. Do watch this.